Telestory presents Learning My ABCs.
In this story, we will attend a most unusual birthday party where we will learn the alphabet. Each time you hear this chime, we will interrupt our story to teach you the sound of a letter and show you how it is written.
Amos the ape was visiting his Aunt Amy. It was August, and they were gathering apples. Amos pulled at her apron.
The first letter of the alphabet is A. Here are some words from our story that begin with A. Apples. Ape. Now, watch closely as we write the small letter A. And the large letter A.
Aunt Amy, he said, "Can I have a
baseball bat and a bike like Billy's for my birthday? Can I have a big party? Will you bake me a beautiful birthday
cake?"
Did you pick out the words that begin with B? Baseball. Bike. Small letter B. Large letter B.
Can we have caramel ice cream and cookies and maybe candy? Aunt Amy laughed and said yes.
Did you hear the words beginning with the letter C? Candy. Cookies. Small letter C. Large letter C.
Finally, it was the
day of the party. Daisy the donkey was the first guest at the door. Daisy brought Amos a dartboard, and he said, "Daisy is a darling."
See if you recognize these words from our story that begin with the letter D. Donkey. Dart. Small letter D. Large letter D.
Edith the elephant was the next to arrive. She brought 11 Easter eggs because she forgot this was a birthday party.
These words from our story begin with the letter E. Elephant. Eggs. Small letter E. Large letter E.
Freddie the Frog and Frank the Fox came in with their friends. 4 fleas, 5 flies, and a frisky fish.
Frog begins with the letter F. Fish begins with the letter F. Small letter F. Large letter F.
When Amos opened his
Gift from them, he found a guitar. By now, the guests were out in the garden where they were playing Gaelic guessing games and giggling.
Did you hear these words beginning with the letter G? Gift. Guitar. Small letter G. Large letter G.
Just then,
Hannah the horse arrived with a new hat on her head. She looked so funny everyone laughed. Ha ha ho ho hee haw. Hannah laughed too. Hee.
Horse begins with the letter H, and so does hat. Small letter H. Large letter H.
Ivan the Ibis came in just as Aunt Amy said, "It's time for ice cream and cake with icing. Will everyone please come in?"
Did you pick out the words that begin with the letter I? Ice cream. Icing. Small letter I. Large letter I.
Jimmy the Jackrabbit wanted to help. However, he jumped and jiggled and jostled so much that he spilled juice on his jeans. The guests thought this was a jolly joke.
Did you pick out the J's in this part of our story? Jackrabbit. Juice. Small letter J. Large letter J.
Katrina, the kind kangaroo, went into the kitchen for a kettle of water to help mop up the spill.
I'll bet you heard the K in these words. Kangaroo. Kettle. Small letter K. Large letter K.
After
Lunch, Louise the leopard suggested a game of leapfrog on the lawn. Everyone laughed to see a lion, a lobster, a lamb, a lizard, and a little ladybug playing leapfrog.
There were a lot of words beginning with the letter L in this part of our story. Lion. Lamb. Leopard. Lizard. Lobster. And ladybug. Small letter L. Large letter L.
Michael the magician came to entertain them. He changed a mouse into a mermaid, Mittens into a motorcycle, and gave Amos a mustache.
Did you hear the M sound in these words? Magician. Mermaid. Motorcycle. Small letter M. Large letter M.
Nancy, the nanny goat, came in with her 9 children: Ned, Neil, Nathan, Norman, Nellie, Nanette, Nora, Nadine, and Noah. All 9 were very naughty.
Did you notice that each one of the nanny goats has a name beginning with the letter N? Nellie. Neil. Nora. Small letter N. Large letter N.
Owen the octopus and Oscar the oyster could not leave their home in the ocean. They did send gifts, however, some oars and oatmeal cookies.
These words begin with the letter O. Octopus. Ocean. Small letter O. Large letter O.
Panda and his pal, Peter Penguin, had pedaled through the park to get to the party. They brought Amos a set of ping-pong paddles.
Did you hear the P sound in these words? Penguin, panda, small letter P, large letter P.
Then 3
Quails. Quentin, his wife Queenie, and his uncle Quincy said they had to get back to their quaint little nest. They left quietly.
These words begin with the letter Q. Quails, Queenie, small letter Q, large letter Q.
Roger the red rooster ran around and around the room looking for his rattle. Everyone was relieved when Robert the rabbit found it. Roosters are really
Silly.
Rooster begins with the letter R, and so does rabbit. Small letter R. Large letter R.
A seal, a starfish, and a shark were sitting on the sofa eating sandwiches. Sally the seagull suggested they sing a song.
Before we hear the song, see if you recognize these words beginning with the letter S. Shark, seal, small letter S. Large letter S.
Tra-la, tra-la, the tiger, he told a terrible tale. A turtle took off in a taxi to run away with a snail. Tra-la, to run away with a snail. Tra-la, tra-la, the tiger, he wept a tiny tear. A tabby cat tootled a trumpet, 'twas truly tough to hear. Tra-la, 'twas truly tough to hear. Tra-la, tra-la, the tiger, he twitched his tail and cried. A turkey tripped over a teacup and disappeared inside. Tra-la, and disappeared inside.
Did you hear these words in our song beginning with the letter T? Turtle, tiger, small letter T, large letter T.
Ulysses, the unicorn, and his uncle Uriah said they had to leave. Amos said, "Thank you for the ukulele and the umbrella."
The word unicorn begins with a U, and ukulele begins with a U. Small letter U. Large letter U.
Victoria the vulture was the last to leave. She said, "I must get back to my village in the valley. I live in a van, you know, right near the volcano."
Vulture begins with the letter V, and van begins with the letter V. Small letter V. Large letter V.
She had brought Amos a
Wristwatch and a whistle. Well said, Aunt Amy. It was a wonderful party. Your friends are always welcome. But wow, what a wild wingding!
Wristwatch begins with the letter W, and so does whistle. Small letter W. Large letter W.
Xavier sent a xylophone all the way from Xanadu. Amos played a few notes before he
Yawned.
Xylophone begins with an X. Small letter X. Large letter X.
Yard parties make me sleepy, he said. So he picked up his yellow yarn sweater and his yo-yo and went upstairs.
These words begin with the letter Y. Yo-yo. Yarn. Small letter Y. Large letter Y.
Zeke, the zany zebra, had given Amos a zither and a picture of himself. Amos put everything away and then curled up in his bed. He was soon snoring.
Z is the last letter of the alphabet. Did you hear the Z sound in the last part of our story? Zebra. Zither. Small letter Z. Large letter Z.
If you start at the beginning of the story, A, and go clear to the end, Z, you will have every letter of the alphabet.
After you've done that, ask someone to show you how to use the letters to write your own name. Learning to write can be fun.
We're going to take a short recess now, but we'll be right back with another fun-filled lesson from Telestory.
Telestory presents Shapes and Colors.
Have you ever seen a rainbow? Sometimes you can see one in the sky after a rainstorm. Have you ever wondered what's on the other side of it? In this story, you're going to meet two friends named Gary and Belinda. Something magical is about to happen to them. Ready for the story? Here we go. It had been raining all morning. Once it stopped, Gary and Belinda ran outside and stood in a meadow beside their home. There, in the sky, was a beautiful rainbow.
I wish I could see the other side of that rainbow, Belinda.
Oh, Gary, it's just more of this old field.
Maybe not. Let's go see.
So the children set off. They walked a long, long way. Suddenly, they were in a shower of colors and sounds.
Wowee!
Oh, wow.
Look at all the colors.
I feel like I'm in a kaleidoscope.
The children passed right through the rainbow to the other side. There, they found a wonderful land.
Look, Belinda. Orange grass.
And green sky.
And over there, a big yellow balloon.
Let's go see it.
There in the balloon was a shining blue man. His head was a circle, and his body was a square. Other shapes made up his arms and legs.
What a funny-looking man.
Well, hello there.
Who are you?
I'm Mr. Blue. I'm the official greeter for Rainbow Land. That's where you are, you know. Would you like a tour?
You bet.
Well then, hop in, children.
And up they went.
Wow. Wowee. We're going up.
Gee, pink clouds.
Square pink clouds.
And a blue sun. Boy, all the colors are mixed up here, Mr. Blue.
That's just what we think of your side of the rainbow.
The balloon flew over farms that looked like little colored squares. There, at the edge of the farms, was Mr. Blue's home. They landed in the yard.
Here we are at my home.
Violet? You have a violet house?
With a yellow roof?
The children saw wondrous things. Lollipop trees, square flowers, half-circle stones, and more, all in simple shapes and strange colors.
Mr. Blue, things sure look funny here in Rainbow Land. And it isn't just the mixed-up colors.
Oh?
Gary's right. I don't want to be rude, but, well, look at your body. It's nothing but a circle with a square and 4 sticks.
And these houses, they're just squares with pointed yellow things on top.
That's right. But what can you tell me about the shape of those yellow things?
They've got 3 points.
And they have 3 sides.
Right. They are called triangles. Would you like to see some more triangles?
Yes!
Fine. Here come my children now. They'll take you to a place where you can see lots of triangles. And some other shapes, too. Brownie, Pinky, I'd like you to meet Gary and Belinda.
Hello.
We'd like to take you to our park for a picnic.
Great. Let's go.
So off the children went, through the woods, to a patch of pine trees. Brownie said,
Here are the triangles you wanted to see. Only we call them pine trees.
Pine trees? But they are orange-colored.
Just then, Gary spotted something pretty near the trunk of a tree. He sniffed.
Oh, these little blue circles smell nice. Are they flowers?
Uh-huh.
Hey, I get it. Everything's made of simple shapes and colors in Rainbow Land.
Sure. And there are some more shapes down at the lake. Come on.
The 4 children ran down to the lake. It was a yellow lake with violet swans and trees made of red circles.
Let's have lunch here, gang.
Yeah, we can help unpack it.
My, what strange foods they took out of that picnic basket.
What's this square red thing?
Bread. Taste it. You'll like it.
Red bread?
Hey, these green triangles taste just like cheese.
That's because they are cheese.
Gary watched as Pinky cut a blue apple pie in half. He picked up one of the 2 pieces.
Oh, how pretty. What's this shape called?
Yeah, that's not a circle, is it?
It was, until Pinky cut it in half. That's why we call it a half circle.
The children finished their picnic lunch. Then they all helped clean up. Belinda wondered,
Could we see some more half circles?
Sure. We could go to the petting zoo. It's near town, and that's where we have to meet Daddy.
so off they went to the petting zoo. Each animal greeted them in its own special way.
There they are. There are your half circles. Red ones.
Turtles! How cute! Red turtles.
A goat. A yellow goat.
What's the shape of her body called?
That's not a square, is it?
No, Gary. It's called a rectangle. It's like a square. Only 2 of the sides are longer than the other 2 sides. It's kind of like a long square. Or a tall square.
And look there. What pretty green chickens.
Are the chickens' legs rectangles too?
Oh, yes. They're long, narrow rectangles.
Just call them sticks.
The children were having a wonderful time when Gary said,
Oh, dear. We should start home soon.
We should be too. Daddy said not to be late,
So the children dashed out of the park and into Rainbow City. And everything was strange there, too.
Wowee! Look at all the mixed up colors.
And look at all the simple, different shapes. Now I know their names. Rectangles, squares, half circles, triangles.
And there was Mr. Blue. He was standing in front of an ice cream parlor holding 4 ice cream cones.
Blue triangles with green circles. Ice cream cones.
Well, there you are. Did you have a nice time?
Yes!
Super.
Sure did.
Yes, Daddy.
Maybe we'll come back someday when there's another rainbow.
Yes, can we?
Well, you can try, but you may not find us.
Why not?
Well, the door into Rainbow Land doesn't open very often. It's magical, you see.
Oh.
Oh, but here's a gift, so you won't forget us. It's a toy we made for you, so you can visit Rainbow Land whenever you like.
Oh, boy.
What is it?
Colored shapes and a picture of Rainbow Land.
Oh, thank you. Every time we play with these, we'll remember all of you.
You and your magical world.
On the other side of the rainbow.